Guys, what's up? Caleb Downing here, and today we're talking about this guy. A little discombobulated here, but this guy right here. This guy's not discombobulated. This is the new Osight X, this time in green. Let's get into it. So I know a lot of you have been wanting and waiting for a green option from Osight, and they put out, I should have it out here, they put out another version of this right here. Got it on this guy, I believe it is. Yep, a 6 MOA version. This is their Osight SE, so the battery loaded on the side with a, I believe it's a 6 MOA dot, so a large red dot, green dot. They put the green dot out, and they had at the time almost ready to go the larger X size or X frame size with a green dot. They didn't quite have it ready at the time that they had the SE launch, but now they have it. So let's talk about the Osight X in green. All right, so unpackaging and all that is the exact same as every other Osight that we've ever gotten. I love the way they do it, the format that they do it, how it all works, how everything comes ready to go. Absolutely love the little screw compartment or bolt compartment, whatever you want to call these things. They have 6x32, 4x40, 6x40, and 3M. And in each one of these, they have 3 different screws, 3 short and 3 long. So you shouldn't have to cut down your screws, shouldn't have to. You should be able to find a screw or bolt. I can't remember exactly the definition of one or the other, but you shouldn't have to cut these down. You really shouldn't have to. You should be able to find one that's going to work with your frame. We mounted this on an AIM surplus slide, stuck it on a Glock Store G26X frame, and I think it turned out really cool. The outside form of this has not changed from any of the other X versions that have been out there. It's probably not showing up. If I turn it way up, it might show up. And it gets bright. It gets very bright. I can't talk right now. That's the 3 MOA dot. I think it's in there. That's the 3 MOA dot, and then you also have a 32 MOA circle, so you can do the circle, you can do the dot, and you can do the circle dot, depending on what you want to do. Like if you have this on a shotgun, it'd be a great option to have just the circle, just the circle or the circle dot if you really wanted that. Actually, that might be the best option for these. I never really thought about that. A shotgun would probably do really well with the circle, because you got a shotgun pattern. A rifle, depending on what exactly you're trying to do, could do very well with the circle dot, right? The dot, the center dot being like the point of aim, the circle being for leading or, drop and all that kind of stuff. And then for a pistol, just having the dot itself might be where it's at. That's what I do. I run this thing with just the dot itself, and it has worked perfectly fine and very well. And I will note, as far as durability and all this stuff, I've used this for a while now, and all the other Osight offerings that I've ever used have all been the exact same, just boring reliability. Sorry if I squeaked anybody's boats there, but boring reliability. They work, they zero well, they track well, they hold zero, and they just function the way that they're supposed to. They function very well and properly. So some of the major things you might want to know about this is like battery runtime, and like weight and all that stuff. And this should be said, you should know this probably coming into this, the X size, the X model, that is the RMR footprint. So the 407C, the 507C, the RMR, that size footprint, it's for the large one. If you need a smaller size footprint option, go with the S or the SE. But the X versions, they're big, X big, whatever. Anyway, I think you guys get the point. All right, so some of the important stuff here, I'm just gonna run over it real quick, and I'll throw up a screen picture there, so that'll probably fill in the gaps of what I miss. But your battery life, if you're on mode 3 and it's at 100% brightness setting, you should get about 63,000 hours with the circle dot, 77,000 hours with just the dot, and 70,800 hours with just the circle, right? And something that is really nice that I like about these, those are the main things. I mean, the other main thing, and then I'll get into what I was trying to say, IPX rating of 6, so that's your waterproof rating. It's 46 grams or 1.62 ounces, and I mean, that's really the rest of it. It's made out of aluminum and plastic. So yeah, there you go. And plastic, I'm guessing, has to do with the cover, right? Because this is aluminum. The housing itself is aluminum, all right? So what I was trying to say earlier before I distracted myself, this is the top charging but the top charging capability version of it, right? This is not the side-loaded battery. So this has an internal battery in here, which I think is great. Less ways for water and stuff to get in. You do have to be careful you don't smash this or break it. But in all honesty, I've never done that, and I've dropped this thing. So it works, it's fine. And I don't try to intentionally just destroy stuff, because anybody can destroy anything. I think Wilson Diesel showed that. You could spend a crap ton of money on a vehicle and burn it up, and anybody can break anything. So yeah, nothing is indestructible unless they make everything out of diamonds, and even diamonds can be broken with diamonds. Anyway, that's a rabbit trail. The charging case that comes with this slips right over on top, just like this. They have done a fantastic job of re-engineering the back portion here so that it does not come in contact and mess with your iron sights. So your charging hood should go straight on without any issues and problems. When you slap it on, it's going to show you the battery level of the optic itself. And right now, that was full. So it's not even charging, it was already full. If you don't have your unit with your charging unit, you can push either one of the buttons, the plus or the minus button. Probably won't show up on camera very well, but if you press the button, there'll be a little LED indicator that only turns on for a second. That's gonna show you green, yellow or orange, and red, right? And if it's green, that's like, I think you're 50% or above, like that you're good to go. You're good to go for a long time. If it's getting into the orange or yellow territory, that's, I think, 50% and below. And if you're down into the red area, I think you're at like 25 and lower, and if it's blinking red at you, you're like 10%. I could be a little bit off on those numbers, but it's a great way to know. If you're green, you are good to go for a while. I would say weeks. If you are in that yellowish area, then you're good for a range trip. I wouldn't worry about it so much, but you need to look at charging it. And then if it's down into that red or blinking red, you need to charge the thing, right? Because it's probably going to go out on you. It's awesome. That's a great way to tell on board your battery levels. Just to be able to glance at it, look at it, and not have to worry about it. It's something that is not really able to be done, as far as I'm aware of, on regular batteries, if you're using regular battery units. So the charging case itself, if we haven't talked about that, this does have a lanyard on it. It doesn't come installed on it. It's just packed away in the box. I would recommend, if you get one of these, put the lanyard on it. You don't want to lose this charging cover, so having a lanyard on it is just going to make it less easy to lose and get lost in a drawer somewhere. It's easy to install. It's got a little, little groove or a hole in the side of the case right there. There's one button, very nice. Push the one button and put it this way. Push the one button and it's going to light up, and it's going to show you the battery level or the charge level of the case itself. When it's off of the optic, when it's on the optic, it's going to tell you the battery level of the optic. So keep that in mind. I think I get generally like 2 charges out of this thing. It might be supposed to get more. From off the top of my head, that's what I'm remembering. And it's just easy to keep this in a range bag. And even if you got a quarter of a charge on here, that's a significant amount of battery for the optic that you could charge up if you happen to not be checking your battery on your optic and you end up at a range day and you're like, oh shoot, like it's blinking red, I need to charge it. You should be able to be good to go. To charge the charging case unit itself, you have a USB-C port right here on the side. So easy, simple stuff. I really like these. For the price of what they are, and they run sales relatively frequently, seems like it. For what you're getting, what you're paying for, I think you're getting more than what you pay for. I honestly think that. Now, granted, take what I say with a grain of salt, because I don't think I've ever had to buy one of these. They send me these for review, and when they're coming out with stuff, so I've got several of them sitting around, but I carry them. This should be case in point of if you actually trust something. This is my carry rig, what I actually put on and carry, and it's got an Osight on it. Not because I think Osight is the absolute best, like gold standard, but for the optics that I have, and I do have Trijicons, right? I actually do have name brand stuff. I like those because you can check the batteries. The clarity is good. It holds 0. It's robust for me, and I can only speak from my experience. It has worked very well. So I'm not trying to sell this stuff. I'm just giving you that information because I know there's a lot of bad information and people just rant about things that they hear. I'm trying to tell you from personal experience of using these. They have worked, and they have worked well in their price range, right? That's why I'm saying I think you're getting more than what you pay for in a good way. So anyway, guys, that is the Osight X. If you want to go check it out, I do believe they are right now doing a sale. So I think I have an affiliate link somehow or other, way, shape, or form. This should be down there. Go look at my description if you want to go check it out. I think it's worth at least checking out, and kudos to a company, regardless of who they are or what past reputation some people might think that they have. Kudos to a company for pushing forward and creating a product that actually does help the quote-unquote industry. It helps the end user. I don't care about the industry. It helps the end user. The guys like you and me out there that use these things, well-priced, full of features, and it does its job. I can't say that about every other optic thing that I've ever reviewed, so kudos to them. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Osight for sending this thing out. If you guys have any questions about Osight optics and stuff, I think I have most of them, so I should be able to answer questions if you have them. Shoot me a message. Put it down there in the chat box. Wow, I feel old saying that. Put it down there. I'll get back with you as best I can. Go follow us on Instagram if you want to do that. We post pictures and videos and stuff every now and then, just a little bit different. Shake things up a little bit. But that's it. Y'all be good to be safe. Appreciate you guys, and hopefully we'll catch you next time. See you.